Welcome all my fellow future outlaws. I'm the NAKAKWG. Got a very special video for you today. Not an opening, really. And possibly craziest video I've ever had on the channel. Just by what we're about to see here. But yeah, you can see a stack of PSA cards in front of you. Story time with GG. Recently met a man on, well, can't even say recently. It's actually been like 5-6 months at this point. But Havoc from Ruxin's Discord. He also has an Instagram below. I'm not 100% sure if he wants me to link it in the description, but if he does, it'll be in the description. But he sold me a collection that I wasn't even really planning on buying. He said he had a bunch of cards. I'm like, well, I'm really good at sorting that stuff, and I could use some buffer cards for the next set of Patreon packs. So I figured I'd just end up buying like all the lessers, you know, everything under 100 or whatever. And he was going to send the other cards into PSA if he wanted to. Well, ended up working out a deal with him. I spent a lot again. I've spent more this year than I ever thought I would this quickly. But yeah, I took the gamble on some of the cards he had in the set, and we're gonna take a look at them here today. And you're probably gonna lose your mind after the announcement I have because it's pretty big. So I won't waste your time too much there. I'll kind of get into the little bit of the lesser cards that we have to show off, but in the collection, and this isn't even close, like, trust me, there's a lot more to it. It's just ain't nobody got time for that. We're starting off with a Mobius, the Frost Monarch first edition ultimate rare from Soul of the Duelist. So that's a pretty good start, you know. That's a pretty good place to start, and all these cards are at least near mint, or at least they're about near mint. Like, maybe one of them is light played, but we got two of them that are Mobius first edition ultimate rare. Both are in very good condition. Those are about around $100 each. And yeah, we're starting off right about there. That's where we're starting, just so you have an idea. Otherwise, when I sent these cards into PSA, Mystic Swordsman level 4, that's an ultimate rare as well, in very nice condition. First edition from what? Is that Soul of the Duelist as well? It is. Very nice. We're moving on up, and this is where things start to get a little bit interesting. In the collection, there might have been a lot of first edition old school cards. I might have sent 8 of them into PSA, and this will give you a good idea of what cards that I might have sent into PSA, because this is a first edition Trap Hole right about here, right about now. Unfortunately, I had like a little bit of edge wear on the side, so I didn't send it in, but this is wavy. This is a wavy card. I did not know that these were wavy when I got them, but just to give you an idea, we're moving up. Yep, that's the first edition LB Trap Hole in very nice condition. And yeah, I've never done a PSA video, so I don't know how to just talk and ramble without looking at cards that I'm opening. Usually I need something to like motivate me or piss me off, but today it's just all smiles, because that's a first edition Dark Hole, and you can really tell the waviness on this one. I would have sent this one in, but it had a little bit of like an indent on the back, I think. But yeah, like, you can tell big time on the Dark Hole. In very nice condition. A little bit of edge wear at the top though. And we're moving on. Even though I'm being kind of slow about it. Gotta get that ad revenue, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get that 8 minutes. Moving on to another first edition LOB Mystical Elf. Unfortunately, this one had an indent, I believe. Is what stopped me from sending it. Yeah. I don't know if it, yeah, there, you can see it right about in the middle there. That was the one thing that stopped me from sending this one in to PSA as well. But just to give you an idea, these are the ones I didn't send in. So, oh, I mean, you all saw the thumbnail. You have a pretty good idea of what's coming. It's not like I'm not going to make that thumbnail. Why wouldn't I? But we're moving on. We got 3 more before we get into the PSA cards. This first edition Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning was near flawless, but it had a busted corner, unfortunately. If this didn't have that corner, I would have sent it in, because the centering is actually pretty freaking good. It's a little like heavier on the bottom, but the left to right is actually really good. Like, I was close to sending it in, but it would have topped out at like an 8 to 9 probably. And you know I gotta go for that 10. I don't send it in unless it at least has a chance. Unfortunately, what we're about to see is the biggest tragedy of the collection. And that's a Summon Skull first edition from MRD. And the reason this is a bit of a tragedy, if I can get it the hell out, it doesn't want to reveal itself. It's so much shame. Is the front is actually, I mean, it's faded as hell too. Not super faded, but it's fairly faded. The front is actually clean as hell. But the back got some water damage. Unfortunately, it had some water damage. My boy was done dirty. He was done dirty, and you can't get around water damage, dude. It's over. It's over once that H2O takes a hold. Ah, if only that back wasn't messed up, dude. You would have went into. You know you would have. I love me some Summon Skull. Now we're moving on to the bigger stuff. The last card that I didn't send in that I really wanted to. That's a first edition Guy the Dragon Champion that's shining way too brightly because top loaders do that. Also wavy because all of these are wavy. In quite nice condition. Not something you see every day. The back was actually quite nice, but the white, there was some pretty heavy whitening at the top there, right there. And like I said, I'm not gonna, if I can notice flaws, then I'm not sending it in. It needs to be like either like perfect or I can't notice. Like if I can notice something, then they're definitely gonna. There's no chance because I'm not super attentive to that stuff. But the time is now to show you off the PSA cards, you know, the main event of this video. Sorry I wasted so much time already, but you know, I never do these. I never do these. I'm not gonna do the whole super stupid reveal for everyone, but our first card is a Black Skull Dragon that had, unfortunately, some horrible centering for MRD. And I was hoping to at least get the 9 and they would ignore it. Because the back wasn't, like, as bad. Because otherwise the card was flawless. You know MRD, it's got that quality. But, I mean, you've already seen the near mint. We got an 8 on the Black Skull Dragon. I was a little bit sad about that. This one should have got a 9. Like, I know that centering is bad, but otherwise, it was so clean. But we're going to move on to the first edition LOB cards. I didn't even put my thumb over the near mint at the beginning of that Skull Dragon, did I? No, I definitely didn't. A first edition Dark Hole from LOB. Wavy. Very nice condition. Like I said, I won't waste too much time. Unfortunately, it only got an 8. I feel like this one should have got a 9. This one was clean as hell. But you know, if that's going to be what gets the 8, you know, as long as they get 8, because that's on par, or at least a little bit above near mint. A little bit. You're basically paying for packaging and shipping at that point. I need water. But, oh my god, I'm out of focus so hard. Nick, come back. There we go. We're going to move on to another first edition LOB card. Celtic Guardian. He loves to grunt like an oxen, and I love hearing it every time. Never stop grunting, dude. First edition LOB. Again, the centering was a little bit heavy, so I wasn't expecting a 10, but I was hoping for that 9. The back, again, was pretty heavy on the bottom. I don't know, they hated our centering here today. Unfortunately, it only got an 8, but like I said, as long as we don't go below an 8 on anything, I was fine with it. Yes, I knew the grades on all these already because I tried to not look at them, but then when they sent me the receipt, I clicked on the page and I didn't realize it sends me directly to the thing that shows you the grades, and I'm like, well, too late now. But here's where we start to get into the biggies. Here's where we start to get to in the biggies. Left Arm of the Forbidden One, first edition, LOB, wavy. Something I never thought I'd have. And I know I've said I never thought I'd have this and that over the channel's history. But these are things I really thought I'd never have, let alone this early. So shout out to Havoc again, even though you have so much of my money now and you can see me talking in 2 different frames. I'm reflective. But this one got the 9. This one got a 9. And honestly, I think it could have got, like, it was definitely because of the centering here. Otherwise, it came close, but it's definitely heavy on the left. And honestly, the top to bottom was really nice. But that was our first 9. That one took me by surprise. And yeah, that's worth a good 5 to 700, I would say. I don't know. The market's weird right now. Some things are low, some things are gone up, some things stayed the same. But we also might have a right leg of the Forbidden One first edition from LOB Wavy. What do you think this one got? It's his pieces, so it's the arm, it's the leg. Of course, it's one on each side, and you don't get to decide because we also got a 9 on the right leg of the Forbidden One. I don't know which one of the 4 pieces is the rarest. I can't remember. I don't know if it's either of these two, but I know they're both around the same price. And yeah. Yeah. My first PSA send in is, I mean, if I'm going to go big, or if I'm going to go home, I'm going to go big or such. You know, that's pretty much what I've done on this channel. Now, time for the last 3. The 3 you saw in the thumbnail. First edition. It's so reflective. Exodia, the Forbidden One, Wavy, LOB. These are all, like... I know some people care about it, some people don't. I wasn't expecting a 10 on this one at all. I was just hoping for a 9 at most, because the centering was pretty bad, and it had a little bit of yuckiness at the top here. But, I was very happy that it got the 8 and stayed right where it needed to be. That's fine. Like, I was like, hoping for a 9, wasn't expecting a 10, because the centering is a little bit off. It's a little off, let's be honest. But it stayed steady at an 8. First edition, Exodia, the Forbidden One. And now, the second last one, Dark Magician, first edition. And this is the biggest tragedy of them all. This is the one I thought had the biggest chance for a 10. Because the centering is actually really freaking good. Like, look. The centering is actually really good. And this thing was clean. This thing was clean. This is the one I expected to get the 10 the most. But the tragedy was, it got the 8. It got the 8. This is one I would actually consider cracking and sending back in. Just for a better day. Because it definitely has 10 potential. It just needs a good day with a good PSA grader. I know it can. Because this thing's near flawless. But the absolute main event of this video, and anything that resembles, oh my god, I never thought I'd have this. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. First edition, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Wavy. What did it get? Didn't expect a 10. You never do. You never can. Because the centering, especially from top to bottom, a little heavy. You never expect the 10. Well, what happens when you see that upcharge and you get a fucking 9? You're pretty happy. You're about as happy as, you're just one level under about as happy as you could be. Because I absolutely could not believe that this got a 9. I thought it was in a little worse condition than the Dark Magician. The centering was a little worse. But when I saw that upcharge, I was like my eyes were about as wide as they could go. And it actually got the 9. This thing right now in Wavy, the last one sold for like 8,500 on eBay, but I've seen some go recently up to like 12K. I'm going to conservatively say it's around 8,000. We're just going to say conservative. 8,000 right now because the market is weird. It's honestly down right now for the most part. But when I say I never thought I'd have this, especially this early, one away. One away. It will happen someday. But the big announcement of this opening of this video, of all of this really is, y'all are looking at the prizes in the next set of Patreon packs. I'm not joking. These are the prizes. The next set of Patreon packs will have 400 packs. And it's not even close to the whole collection. You know I'm not going to skimp on all the lesser packs. There'll be some duds. But $50 a pack. Save your wallet. The artwork's already done. Honestly, it should be in production, shipping or whatever, as I make this video, put it out. You got an $8,000 card chance or so in the next set of Patreon packs. There will be no question who has the best mystery packs in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I don't think anyone's ever done anything close to this that wasn't like a main company, and we don't know if those MJ Holdings actually kept those first edition LOBs in their mystery boxes, whatever. Did anyone actually pull Cyberstein? I don't know. Actually, I think there was a video of someone pulling Cyberstein. I could be wrong about that. But it just wouldn't be... I mean, I have to at least open something. So I know some of you are like, Nick, wouldn't it be smarter to just, you know, hold on to that, wait till the market goes back up, and then sell it for a massive profit? Yes. Yes, it would. I don't like waiting. And this seems a lot more fun. So, morphing jar. I'm gonna open up a couple. Oops. I'm gonna open up a couple Pharaoh Servant and Metal Raiders just to upkeep with the classicness going on right now. And yeah, I'd say in about 2 to 3 weeks they should be here. $50 a pack again. I know it's probably gonna take like a month or two to sell them all. But what we're going to do is, there's going to be about 20 prize cards, because there's more than what you just saw here. It isn't everything there. And, this is going to be the biggest set I've ever had. Who gives away a first edition LOB Blue Eyes? And obviously, the shipping on anyone who wins a prize card, like, that's going to be shipped after the fact. Because what we're going to do is, you're going to win... you have a chance to win a prize card in a pack, and it'll have... I'm gonna get a marker and write on a card. Are you kidding me? We actually got 1,000 dragon. I saw the Great Moth and I expected nothing. What a way to end off the video, dude. Okay, secret rare, Metal Raiders coming in clutch. I'll take that. Okay, Blue Eyes bringing us the luck. But yeah, as I was saying, a couple weeks they'll be out. It'll be same deal as before. It'll be like 13 to 15 cards per pack. 400 packs. It's going to take a while to wrap. It's going to take a little bit. And there's plenty of other goodies in there as well. Plenty of like $20 to $100 cards. 20 to 80. You know, that range. That good range. Mass Sorcerer. Larvae Moth. Okay. Okay. Still a secret rare in 4 packs. I can't complain. But yeah. Save your wallets. And the way it's going to work is there'll be 20 prize cards. You can get multiple. There'll be no limit on how many packs you can buy. And there's... once all 20 are pulled, which, like I said, is probably going to take like at least a month or two, because that's a fair amount of money. That's almost $20,000. But to be fair, there's like $24,000 inside all of it. So I ain't skimping. Once all 20 are pulled, we'll make a video. Someone's going home happy when I spin their name on Blue Eyes. Someone's going to go happy when I spin their name on just about any of these. And you can win multiple. That's what I love doing this. So, yeah, this wasn't just a PSA video. It's a huge announcement for the next set of Patreon packs, which will be the biggest set I've ever done. And I'm done rambling. I've been talking for a while. Pulled 1,000 Dragon. Very nice. See y'all next time.